Unbelievable. What is happening in crypto right now? A few years back, we could not even have dreamed about it. In today's video, I will tell you all about it, what is happening right now, behind the scenes. You gotta prepare, because it will be the biggest and craziest season in crypto you have ever seen. I will tell you how I'm preparing my portfolios. Do I bet more on Solana or on Ethereum? I will tell you the pros and cons. So stay until the end and I will show you exactly what I am doing and what is happening right now so you can benefit big time in this year's cycle. It's so crazy what is happening right now. The White House official says Bitcoin is digital gold and it's in the United States' best interest to accumulate as much Bitcoin as we can. So basically the United States has the same plan than me. We all want to have as much Bitcoin as possible. The race is starting right now. This is the top 60 public companies with Bitcoin treasuries. And as you can see, they are buying non-stop. For example, Metaplanet overtook Tesla and is now on the 7th spot in BTC holdings. They are coming for MicroStrategy, but there is a few other competitors, so I hope you see what is happening right now. There is a race going on and there is not much time left and there is not many BTC left because the supply on the OTC desks is shrinking. The supply on the centralized exchanges is shrinking and there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin and everybody wants to own Bitcoin. So the race is on. Also, Jack Mallers from 21 Capital told us he wants to raise as much capital as he possibly can to acquire Bitcoin. Brian Armstrong, the Coinbase CEO, told us he's buying Bitcoin every week as a treasury asset. This is all heading in one direction. Bitwise CIO told us thousands of companies will put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. We are in the first innings of a mega trend, so you can't afford to not have Bitcoin. This is also what Anthony Pompliano told us. Every Wall Street firm and asset manager will adopt Bitcoin and crypto. So you won't have a choice. You can't afford to not own any Bitcoin. And if the dollar collapses further, Bitcoin's market cap is only growing further. Forbes forecasted that the market cap of Bitcoin could reach $5 trillion until 2030. Then we would have Bitcoin around 250k for one Bitcoin. So I hope you hold enough Bitcoin. I mean, you can't have enough Bitcoin. Nobody can have enough Bitcoin. If you own Bitcoin once, you always want to earn more. So when we look back at the companies holding Bitcoin, there is a huge trend going on. The publicly traded companies holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets has more than doubled from last year. I hope you can see what is going on. It is right in front of us. But I don't know what the people outside are doing. Maybe they are swimming or enjoying their vacations. But this is the biggest change in financial history we've ever seen. Michael Saylor was again spot on as he told us future generations will remember this as the moment Bitcoin entered the American dream. So maybe the American dream isn't dead. Maybe the American dream is just holding Bitcoin, being part of the Bitcoin community, being part of the future of money. Bitcoin is more than money. Bitcoin is a revolution. Bitcoin is freedom. Bitcoin was built for you and me. And the United States is doing everything they can to prepare the way for Bitcoin to the moon. They passed their Blockchain Act, which allows the Secretary of Commerce to promote blockchain technology in the United States. I mean, how big is this? And also the crypto czar David Sachs told us the legislation will be done by the end of September. So that means it is very, very likely that the United States of America starts accumulating Bitcoin in September. Brian Armstrong, the Coinbase CEO, stated also that Bitcoin could end up as the new reserve currency of the world. And at the moment, everything is heading exact in that direction. Another crypto pro, Nick here, told us that Bitcoin already could reach a new all-time high in July. Because the United States announced some trade deals with China and the EU, we finally could get some tariff clarity. So maybe the Fed is already cutting the rates in July. Also, the new Fed chair will be announced very soon. The Genius stablecoin bill will be passed, and the United States will start accumulating Bitcoin for their strategic reserve. I mean, every single point of these points is enough to start a crazy crypto rally. But imagine all of them coming together, what will happen to the crypto space? Are we going to the moon? I think so. I think it is very clear that Bitcoin is king. But there is some other interesting cryptos out there as well. And if Bitcoin is king, where do we see Ethereum? In my opinion, Ethereum is the chessboard, because Ethereum is the whole infrastructure layer for crypto. Everything is built on Ethereum. If it's DeFi, if it is stable coins, if it is the whole real world asset matter, everything we see trending and we will see trending in the future is built on Ethereum. So this is why Ethereum has a huge momentum. We already see a lot of inflows in Ethereum. So the money flow is intact, my friends. The money flow is still intact. We see some huge inflows in Ethereum, and some other good projects will definitely follow. Even if you can't see it in price yet, Ethereum is set to explode. We see it in the daily inflows. There is so much money bridged into Ethereum at the moment, and all of the stablecoin party is heading towards Ethereum. So my friends, use the dips, use them wisely. We are in a clear accumulation zone, and we will break out soon here. Historically, the altcoin season index has remained here for 1 to 3 months, and after that, we always had some crazy explosions, and this time it will be exactly the same. We will stay here maybe until the end of July, maybe until the end of August, and then we will get a crazy explosion. You just have to look behind the scenes, what is happening at Ethereum at the moment. Just listen to the co-founder of Ethereum, Joseph Lubin, who told us Ethereum represents the next generation of the internet, the next evolution of protocols. And he's right. Everything we see is happening on Ethereum. Look at the main chain. There is nearly 1,400 protocols, and there is all those layer 2 blockchains that are building on Ethereum, like Base or Arbitrum and a lot of others. So there is no other infrastructure layer after Ethereum. And this is exactly why the whales and institutions are buying Ethereum like crazy. They're buying Ethereum like it's 2020. The permanent holders are absorbing every dip, every single dip we see, they are buying. The chart doesn't lie. We will get a supply shock also at Ethereum, because the institutions are buying. The institutions are buying Ethereum like crazy. We even had the biggest day on Ethereum since 7 years. Whales accumulated nearly 1 million Ethereum coins on one single day. I mean, isn't that crazy? Let me know what you think down in the comments. So overall, the strategic ETH reserves hit 1.2 million Ethereum. That's nearly 1% of the whole Ethereum supply. But that's not all. When we look on-chain, there is nearly 1/3 of all Ethereum tokens already staked. That's another all-time high. And if there is less supply circulating, you know what will happen with the price. The price is going nuts. In my opinion, Ethereum is set for a crazy breakout. Everything is set. The timeline is clear. You just have to accumulate enough Ethereum so you can be part of it. What's next, in my opinion, is very, very obvious. We will get a huge breakout. There even is some crazy price targets out there, like $18K. I think we will end up somewhere between 6 and 10K. But if Ethereum gets this big, what will happen to Solana? Solana has lost a lot of momentum in the last weeks because the meme coin season on Solana is coming to an end. Pump.fun on Solana is coming to an end. On the one hand, it is very, very good for Solana because they can finally grow up and build things like DeFi and implement things like real world assets, which they want, definitely. But it needs time. It needs time to gain new momentum. Definitely there is institutional interest in Solana because they have a good team, because they are building, because they are delivering. When we look at the Solana futures, they had a new all-time high. So it is very clear that institutions are betting big time on Solana. And this is the perfect timing to bet on Solana because we will get very, very soon the first Solana staking spot ETFs. Bloomberg told us the odds of approval in 2025 is 95% for the Solana ETFs, and Polymarket also told us that the chance is 91% that we will get a Solana spot ETF in this year. But why is it such a big thing? Because it will be the first spot staking ETFs. This is why the whole Wall Street wants to get their hands on it, because everybody who invests in that ETF will gain additional yield for staking. Maybe it is 5% or it could be up to 10% just on top of the price gains you will make with the ETFs. I mean, this could be huge for institutions. This is why it is such a big thing for the institutions. And this is why I personally think that there will be a lot of money flowing into Solana. When we look at the prices, Bitcoin is not far from its all-time high, Ethereum is 50% down, and Solana is 52% down. Yeah, we will get a new all-time high with Solana. Yeah, we will get a new all-time high with Ethereum. I'm holding my Solana bag, I'm holding my Ethereum bag, I'm holding my Bitcoin bag. But in my opinion, Ethereum now has a lot more momentum and the on-chain metrics are not lying. This is why I am DCAing Ethereum like crazy at the moment. I tried to buy every single dip there is and hopefully will be rewarded big time at the end of the year. So please listen to me. Don't give up, use the summer wisely, and in September to December we will be rewarded big time for sticking around. So hodl your bags, DCA if you have still money left, and then we can celebrate in December. I hope I was able to give you some good insights in today's video. If you liked the video, please smash the follow button, smash the like button, share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you soon.